Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to review some very important survey results that I believe strongly and positively correlate with the trucking industry. Now before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. So as always, thank you for all the likes and all the views you've provided in all the previous videos. I hope you won't let us down this time. Please hit that like button, helps us a ton, costs you nothing. Thank you so much. Now let's get started, guys. What am I talking about here? This is the 2021 BDO Manufacturing CFO Outlook Survey, where they poll 100 different manufacturing industry CFOs, in companies ranging anywhere from $250 million all the way to $3 billion in annual revenue. And so it's a very healthy mix of companies. Now here's the coolest part. This was done all the way up to September of 2020. So they looked at 2020 and they also looked at their projections for 2021. Well, we're in 2021 and this is when it's going to make the biggest difference. Here's why. 69% of those companies, out of those 100 CFOs that were polled, they felt that in 2021 they would be either thriving or surviving. 69%, either thriving or surviving. Okay, 45% expected to see a revenue increase in 2021. Nearly half the companies expect to see a revenue increase in this year. Now, here's the coolest part that I think reflects and strongly correlates with the trucking industry, and here's why. The number one most critical factor to recovery was supply chain stability. Because hey, you and I both know that manufacturers can manufacture, but if trucking's not involved, none of that stuff's going to get distributed, get shipped around across the country. None of it's going to go to different ports to get exported out to other countries as U.S. exports. Right now, 82% of the companies, out of the 182 of them, felt that they were interrupted manufacturers. So there was two categories, uninterrupted and interrupted. What this means is that, were they negatively affected by the pandemic, by the temporary closures and, the hit to the economy? 82% were. Of those 82%, 78% of those interrupted manufacturers felt that in 2021 they would be thriving or would see a revenue increase. So now it's 78%. So that's a huge number. 22% plan to reshore back to the United States. What does that mean and why is it important? Reshoring means that they're going to be taking jobs from overseas and bringing them back to the country. Great news, because not only are they going to be getting raw materials from the United States, but they're also going to be manufacturing in the United States. A lot of that came from China back to the United States. Now, a lot of companies are going to go to Europe, going to go to Africa and Asia, but these 22% are strictly to the United States. And considering the macro level of this in terms of economics, 22% is a huge boon to the trucking industry because, again, they manufacture, we ship it for them. 66% increase in e-commerce. And those of you who are longtime subscribers might remember some of the videos where we talked about basically the consumer dollar usually went towards services, but during 2020, that had shifted over to products, where more people buying stuff and buying extra products and stocking up their shelves at home in case there were shortages, which we did saw during the year. And that resulted in a 66% increase in e-commerce. E-commerce means stuff gets bought online, it's got to get shipped because people aren't going to the store. It has to get to to a warehouse, to a distribution center, onto a truck and get shipped out to stores or wherever it's going to be being shipped from. So trucking is involved in every single touch during that cycle. 39% shift to bulk buying. What that means is that both consumers and businesses were buying more than they anticipated to sell because they felt that it's better to have more than have to go through some sort of a shortage. This way, they'd have more product in case there was a shortage. They could still sell it back to other businesses or to consumers. So all of that has to get shipped. So all these things here, I strongly believe, that are a positive boon, a positive indicator for the trucking industry. And you'll see from the videos, from the second portion of this video, that look, the loads were fantastic. We had several guys, lots and lots of people in reefers especially, that are solos, and they hit over 10,000 bucks. We had guys hit over 11,000 bucks in gross weekly revenue. We've had teams hit nearly $15,000 in per week. And none of those guys were killing themselves with some crazy amount of miles. They worked hard, but the money just kept coming in. And that's what you get when you work with a strong team of dispatchers, or you're at least on with a really strong company. But nevertheless, I'm going to switch over to camera. We're going to look at exactly those loads. We're going to look at their weekly averages, all their loads, their revenues, and everything you need to know in order to be successful in the trucking industry. So hold on one second. I'll switch over to camera and see you in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Another great week in the freight markets. And if this is the first time you're watching these videos, or you're a brand new subscriber, welcome. Definitely stick around to the end of this video so you can learn how you too can make this kind of money, whether you're a leased on owner operator or a carrier operating under your own MC authority. I'm going to start off with a load out of Miami. This is a reefer run coming out of Miami, Florida, going to Champaign, Illinois. 20,000 pound load of flowers, very light, running at 60 degrees on a reefer. An excellent rate on this one, considering it's coming out from the very bottom of Florida and going to a very good market in Illinois. 1,287 miles booked at $2,400, got them $1.86 per mile. Then out of Minooka, Illinois, they took a one pick, four dropper. All the drops were in Minnesota, drops in Roseville, Faribault, Minneapolis, and Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. It was a very light load at 8,000 pounds of gourmet products, chilled at 35 degrees. And, the first drop was the next day, and then the other three drops were the following day. Very easy run driving around Minneapolis doing drops. 538 miles booked at $3,000, got them $558 per mile. Then Eagan, Minnesota, going to Wrightstown, Wisconsin. This was a 40,000 pound load of frozen meats at -10. 293 miles booked at $1,700, got them $580 per mile. Then to finish off the week with Appleton, Wisconsin, going to Rock Hill, Connecticut, lots of miles. 26,000 pound load of frozen groceries. It was a Walmart delivery, 1,082 miles booked at $4,500, got them $416 per mile. Lots of miles, lots of dollars. These guys did a fantastic job running. Looks like Saturday to Saturday, a week of running $11,600 gross in this reefer. Ran 3,200 loaded miles at an average of $363 per loaded mile, with Deadhead included at $347 per total miles with Deadhead, and only 144 Deadhead miles. 11.6 for a solo driver, 363 average. Excellent job. Next, we have another reefer coming out of Anderson, Indiana, going to Rochester, New York. This was a load of food, 34 degrees on the reefer. Very light load, just a few pallets at a total weight of only 4,000 pounds. 543 miles, 2260 on the rate. That's $416 per mile. Then out of Syracuse, New York, took a load to Middlebury, Indiana. This was a milk load, 30,000 pounds with a 24/7 pickup time. 562 miles booked at $1,600, got them $285 per mile. And then Warsaw, Indiana, going to Menasha, Wisconsin. This was a load of castings, 60 degrees on the load, on the reefer, 40,000 pounds on the weight, 312 miles booked at $900, which got them $288 per mile. And then Marinette, Wisconsin to Hillsdale, Michigan. This was a hardware load, kept at 50 degrees. It was a light load at 20,000 pounds, 451 miles booked at $2,000, got them $443 per mile. Then Bristol, Indiana, going to Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It was a food load at 30,000 pounds, straight through delivery, same day pickup. It was 11 a.m. And then a drop at 10 p.m. the same day. 366 miles at 1450 booked. That's 396 per mile. 1450 in a day. Excellent money. Then they did a 2-pick-1 dropper coming out of De Pere, Wisconsin, and Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, dropping in Twinsburg, Ohio. It was a load of mixed foods, 30,000 on the weight, kept at 30 degrees on the reefer. 515 miles booked at $2,500. That's $485 per mile. And these guys did an excellent job as well. Running for a week, 2,749 miles booked at a gross of $10,710. Absolutely a top average and a top gross for this reefer. Excellent job with a 390 average. Excellent, 390 per mile. Next, we have a dry van. Did just as well with a pickup in New Brunswick, New Jersey, going to Manawa, Wisconsin. This was organic sugar, 42,000 pound full load, 1,009 miles booked at $1,800. Got them $1.78 to get out to Wisconsin. And out of Menasha, Wisconsin, going to Indianapolis, Indiana, 26,000 pound load of dry food. 379 miles booked at $1,200, got them $317 per mile. Then Terre Haute, Indiana, with a 1-pick 4-dropper in Lincoln, Nebraska, Fremont, Nebraska, Sioux City, Iowa, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is a load of office supplies, a light load, 23,000 pound loads with a first come, first serve delivery between 8 and 5. 816 miles booked at $2,800, which is $343 per mile. Finished off the week with Aurora, Nebraska, going to Tifton, Georgia. 38,000 pound load of FAK. 1244 on the miles booked at $3,100. Got them $249 a mile. Finished off the week of 7 days of work at $8,900 in gross. 3,448 miles ran, an excellent job with an average of 258 per mile. Next, we have a team dry van team coming out of Cantonment, Florida, going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. FAK at 43,000 pounds. That's 1,086 miles booked at $2,700. That's $249 a mile. Then Edison, Jersey, going to Columbia, Tennessee. 43.5 on the way for consumer goods. 903 miles booked at $2,000, and that's $221 per mile. Then Pulaski, Tennessee to Laredo, Texas. Load of auto parts at 40,000 pounds on the weight, 1,075 miles booked at $2,400, and that got him $223 a mile. Then right out of Laredo, no Deadhead, going to St. Joseph, Missouri, 44.3 on the weight. Again, a load of FAK, 987 miles booked at $2,650. That's $268 per mile. Finished off the week with St. Joseph, Missouri. Again, 0 Deadhead, going to Hood River, Oregon. Lots and lots of miles. That's a 43.5 on the weight. And it was just basically flour, load of flour, and lots of miles. Like I said, 1,681 miles on this one, booked at $5,200, going to Oregon, an excellent market, and it went there for $309 per mile. Did an excellent job running Wednesday to Wednesday for a week of work, grossed $14,950, just $50 short of $15,000 for the week. Ended up running 5,732 miles, and started off, starting off south in the Florida area, out in Cantonment, and then ending up in the West Coast with a really good gross for the week, 261 per mile average, and ending their week in Hood River, Oregon. They're going to come out of there at some really good money. So excellent job for that team. Finally, we're going to end this video with a reefer coming out of Halifax, North Carolina, going to Denver, Pennsylvania. A light load, 20,000 pounds, temperature controlled load of food, 336 miles booked at $1,300. That's $387 per mile. Then Swedesboro, New Jersey, going to Greensboro, North Carolina. Basically UPS, small packages, 42,000. Not sure on the weight. 42 degrees though on this one. The delivery was a drop trailer for 4 to 6 hours, so that did take a little bit of time. But 433 miles at $1,800. That got him $416 per mile for an easy run. Then out of Gastonia, North Carolina, going to Emmetsville, Pennsylvania. This was a dry load of fabric and laminate. 42,000 pound load at 514 miles booked at $1,400. That's $272 a mile. And then Palmyra, Pennsylvania, going to Versailles, Kentucky. This was a 26,000 pound load of chocolates running 55 degrees, 566 miles booked at $1,700. That's exactly $3 a mile. Then Springfield, Kentucky, going to Hampstead, Maryland, 42,000 pound load of dry food, a load of food, 587 miles in this reefer, booked at $2,000. That's $341 a mile. And a final in Baltimore, Maryland, going to Seabrook, New Hampshire. This was 43.5 on the weight. It was basically a load of sparkling water, 50 degrees on the reefer, 439 miles booked at $1,850, which got them $421 per mile. These guys ran for a week, Friday to Friday, mostly on the East Coast, as you can see, just kind of circling around, shorter runs, day runs. I ended up grossing $10,050 for the week, ran 2,875 miles at an average of $350 per loaded mile. An excellent job. And like I said, if you're looking to make this kind of money, reefers, vans, if you're a solo or a team, if you're an owner operator looking for a really good opportunity to work with a very honest, transparent company that gets you these kind of rates, or you have your own MC, you're established, you're a carrier, whether you have company drivers or not. We work with all types of customers, and we've been doing this all the time. You're more than welcome to look through the playlist. I'll leave a little card up here. You can look at any of our videos that we've made over the past many weeks. You'll see we've consistently hit high prices. We triangulate drivers, get them the kind of rates that they need, and hit these kinds of gross rates. Excellent money. Whether you're an owner, operator, or a carrier. So definitely take a look and get more information on our website at aftdispatch.com/go. You can also call or text us at 801-448-6363, or leave us a message in our chat box on any of the web pages on our website. I'll ask you a few questions, takes a few seconds, drop us your information. We will get back to you very soon after that. And until next week, as always, be healthy, stay wealthy. Take care, guys.